my, one second. I just say got it. Oops. Did I say got it? Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Goodbye. Okay. All right. So you can hear me, everybody? I can hear you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Okay. Every year we go through the Seder. Every year we go through Chag HaPesach. And the tachlis, the purpose, is to acquire chelus, to be free people. Okay. But once we do it, and Be'ezus Hashem, we are successful and we are free people, so what are we doing the next year? We became free people. What are we doing the next year? All right. So this question, I mean, of course, I know that you know an answer, but I think that we have to contemplate the answer because that's the purpose. That's the purpose of our Zman Chelusena. That's the purpose of our Zman Chelusena. The answer, of course, is that Chelus is not something easy to acquire. Now, once talking about it, you fellows, some of you, I hope, will remember all these things. But I said that Chelus was the most abused word in the English dictionary. Everybody talks about freedom, but and they use it for their own purposes. But it's not really Chelus. It's not really freedom. And I remember telling you that what's an abused word? Abused word is a word which is not, which is not that its real meaning. I told you that the what do you call it? My example I gave then was Wrigley's spearmint chewing gum, right? Which they advertise as the gum being pure and wholesome. Now, if anything's pure and wholesome, it's going to sell, right? Because America, at least then, want everything to be pure and wholesome. I don't know about today. But still, pure and wholesome is, those are attributes. Those are things that people are looking for. At least the words they're looking for. I don't know the actual thing, but pure and wholesome, right? What's pure about chewing gum, right? The food coloring was pure about it. And wholesome, it's nourishing. It's a total abuse of the word. Total abuse of the word. Okay. So and then I gave you a very interesting. I gave you a very interesting another word abuse, right? That someone said, right? Someone said that any country that has in its name the word democratic or republic is probably neither. It's neither democratic nor is it a republic. And I think the two examples which I give at that time, which don't exist today, one was the Democratic Republic of Germany, the Democratic Republic that was East Germany when back in the old days, right, when there were two Germanys, and that was a satellite, of course, of Russia. And it was definitely not a democratic, and it definitely wasn't a republic, right? The other example was the Free Republic of Albania, which also was a satellite, and it wasn't free. It was in no way free, right? So then I said, today they say you can do anything, right? If you have consenting adults. And if you have consenting adults, we're a free country. We're a free country. No one can stop you, right? Why should you do that? So you can do anything as long as you have consenting adults. You're free, right? So first of all, that's not freedom. That's really license. That's freedom. But some things which they put under the category of free to do because you have consenting adults. For us, you're going to be higher Mrs. Besden. So we don't have such a thing. We don't have such a thing. Okay, so then I asked, so what is chayvus? What is freedom? What is freedom? So I asked about. I gave a few some examples, and I asked the group listening, "Is this freedom?" Right? For example, there's somebody who is constantly seeking approval of other people. He will not do a thing. He will not broach a subject unless he knows that other people are going to approve what he's doing. Right? And if it's something he thinks he should be doing, and he wants to do it, but if people are not going to right away acknowledge the purpose and the chachma of it, he's not going to do it. So I gave an example today also, which I don't know if it exists so much anymore today. There used to be a time when people would not. Some of the Navay guys I know, and more outside Navay, that they wouldn't buy a new suit if it wasn't first advertised in GQ. Advertised in GQ, and because if it's not advertised in GQ, it's just not in style. And if it's not in style, I'm not. Sorry, GQ means going queer, right? Going queer. If it's not advertised in GQ, right? So it's not in style. I'm not going to wear it. Right? I'll give you another example. Is that freedom, by the way? Is that freedom? That obviously it isn't. Right? There's someone who made a chasna. He made a chasna, and he made it in a place that was very, very exclusive, right? In Tel Aviv, very exclusive place. And he was charging, this is Israel, right? He was paying $2,000 a person just for the shmorg. $2,000 a person. And $30 a person just for liquor for the shmorg, right? He had bottles here that cost $800 a time. That's insane. Right? Why does he do it? He doesn't really need to do it. He's doing it. Why? Why is he doing it? You ask him. He said, because everybody else was doing it. All the people he knows, the people on the other side of the fence, all the people he knows, they make such chasnas. So I have to make such a chasna, right? Now, somebody who's making such a chasna and spending such money, especially when he probably has to borrow in order to do it, be a free person. Be a free person. Okay, but let's get more into ourselves, and let's be more real. It's Ben Zmanim for many yeshivas, for most yeshivas, right? And the day is ending Wednesday, but it's Ben Zmanim. Okay, Ben Zmanim, or you have those who don't are not in learning, so you have a Pesach vacation. The Pesach vacation, on Pesach, you're going to learn. Let's say you want to learn Arpei Pesach, right? You're going to learn, and you make up to learn every day, and you make up to learn when you should outside your home, right? And then the time comes, and you're so busy, and you want to do this, you wanted to go here, and you don't do it. You don't do it. Are you a free person? Are we free people? Is that freedom? Okay. Or the real example, okay? It's a tiger that we want to rid ourselves of. Something that we shouldn't be doing and we want to stop doing it. And something we should be doing we want to start doing. Right? And we can't do it. We want to, we know it's better for us, it's the right thing to do, but we can't. The tiger is too strong. That's sheepwood. That's a deficit slave. So what is a free person? What is a free person? So the man would always say a free person is one who doesn't do what he feels like, he does what he knows is right. You hear the difference? We feel like doing our tithes, we feel like spending money to be like other people, right? But we know it's not right. Free person is a person can overcome his inner voices that, yeah, you have to do it, everyone else is doing it, and do only what is right. That's freedom. And the truth is, this is a morale, it's a divorce Hashem. The morale asks the question, right now you remember, I'm sure, the whole Sikha, I hope. Morale asks the question, Lachem Oni, right? The bread of poverty. Matzah is Lachem Oni, it's the bread of poverty. What does poverty have to do with Pesach? What does poverty have to do with Manchei Luseinu? Doesn't make sense. On Pesach, we're nobility. You see, it's Mitzrayim, we're nobility. So, nobles are not known to be poor. But that's a question of morale.
We don't hear you.
Mosh, we lost you.
Sound. I don't know.
We can't hear
We're gonna
you.
have to call in again. The call dropped. We're calling in again. 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Hello, do you have me? Is it okay? Are you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Yes, thanks, Mosh.
Yeah, I apologize. I apologize for the technical problems. But what is Lechem Oni? Why is it called the bread of poverty? Right. There's nobility. We're nobles on the line.
Who's coming to meet us?
Bread of poverty. Right? So the morale is like this. The morale is like this. A poor person, right, is not dependent on his wealth for his identity, right? Because he doesn't have any. Right? Many wealthy people, and you don't have to be this way, but many wealthy people, they identify themselves when they go someplace, when they talk to people, when they, they're constantly thinking of themselves as the affluent person that they are, and that's what they deserve, and that's who they are, etc. That makes their identity. Poor person doesn't have that. It's just him and Hashem. It's like matzah is only flour and water. You add anything like fruit juice or anything like that, and it's matzah ashir. It's no longer good for Pesach. It's matzah ashir, right? Because it's dependent on something else for its identity, for its taste, right? So freedom is when we're not dependent on anything else, our wealth, our positions, our prestige, whatever it might be, our power. We're not dependent on anything else being just ourselves and Hashem. And that's the bread of poverty, because that's the tachlis of Pesach, to be totally only dependent on Hashem and not to need something to identify. That's the whole tachlis of Pesach. This Pesach may Hashem, that we all together be worthy of being of leaving the shibud that we have day after day and becoming the Neicharim, becoming free people. We should be zecher to the real chayvus of Pesach and Chag Kosher and Sameach. And I thought for all the problems. Okay, thank you guys for staying on and listening. I appreciate it. Okay, guys.
Shkoyach, Mash. Thank you so much, Mash.
I wish I could hear. I can't hear what you say.
Thanks, Rebbe.
My pleasure. My pleasure.